This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Today in this video, I am going to talk about GST annual return and audit. For the sake of simplicity, I am going to divide this topic into 6 to 7 parts. In the first part in this video, we would see about GST annual return applicability. When is GST annual return applicable? Section 44 of the CGST Act 2017 deals with the same. As per Section 44, every registered person other than input service distributor, person paying tax under Section 51 or 52, that is, if I am registered for TDS and TCS compliances, casual taxable person, or a non-resident person. These are the four categories who are registered person, but annual return would not be applicable to them. So every registered person other than these four categories shall file annual return as specified under subsection 1 of section 44 electronically. Annual return is to be filed either in form GSTR 9 or 9A. So as per the Act, it is mandatory to file GSTR 9 for normal taxpayers irrespective of their turnover. That is, even if you are having nil turnover, you will have to file GST annual return. After the Act, we go to rules. The rules says that if your aggregate turnover in a financial year does not exceed 2 crore rupees and you exercise the option of not filing the annual return, in that case it will be deemed that you have filed the annual return for the purposes of the Act. It is specifically only for 2 years, 2017-18 and 2018-19. So even if I do not file my annual return up to the due date of the return, then it will be deemed that I have filed the return and no consequences will be attracted. So what are the different types of annual return? GSTR 9 is applicable for regular taxpayers who are filing GSTR 1 and 3B. For taxpayers who are registered under the composition scheme, GSTR 9A. Similarly, we have GSTR 9B for e-commerce operators who filed GSTR 8 during the year. And if audit is applicable to you, then the reconciliation statement is to be filed in form GSTR 9C. So, the preconditions for filing an annual return are: you should have active GSTN during the said financial year for at least a day, and all applicable GST returns such as GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 should be filed. Here, these are the preconditions. If these conditions are not satisfied, you cannot file. In earlier slide, we saw when is it applicable. GSTR 9 is applicable to me, but I have not filed my 3B or GSTR 1, then I cannot file GSTR 9. Also, we should have an active GSTN during the financial year for at least a day. So, we saw that even if we are having nil turnover, we have to file annual return. Does it mean if you are having nil turnover, you would file nil annual return? No. To file nil annual return, along with no outward supply, you also need to satisfy the conditions of you should not have received any goods or services, that is, you should not have claimed any ITC, you don't have any other liability to report, you have not received any order creating demand, you have not claimed any refund, not claimed any credit, and there is no late fee paid. If all these conditions are satisfied, only in that case you can file nil annual return. So few intricacies are, in 1819 I opted for composition scheme, but due to increased demand I crossed the turnover of 1.5 crores in month of December 2018 only. Hence I opted for normal mechanism and I have filed GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 for the month of January, February, March. In this case, I would be required to file both GSTR 9 and GSTR 9A. GSTR 9 would be filed for the months of January to March and GSTR 9A would be filed for the months of April to December, and when I was registered as composition taxpayer. Next intricacy is, I have cancelled my registration. Would I be liable to file GSTR 9? Answer is yes. Even if you are having active GSTN for a single day, you have to file GSTR 9. For example, I closed my business from June 2018. I cancelled my registration in the month of July. Still, I will have to file GSTR 9 for the year. Again, I have applied for cancellation of registration, but it is not yet cancelled. In this case also, annual return is going to be applicable to us. Now, next question is, in GST, I have multiple GSTINs. I am a Pan India company and I have registered in 7 different states. So, as we say that GSTR 9 is a consolidated return for the year, would I file one return for the entire company or would I file GSTN wise return? So the again answer over here is, annual return is to be filed GSTIN level. If I am having 10 GSTIN, I will file 10 annual return. So friends, now we know when annual return is applicable to us. Let us also know what are the consequences if we don't file annual return on time. So section 47 provides for a late fee of rupees 100 per day for GSTR 9, 9A and 9B. And the maximum limit is 0.25% of turnover. This is again in CGST Act. Similar provisions are there in SGST Act. So the maximum late fee that can be levied is 0.5% of my turnover. So for example, if my turnover is say 5 crores and I have not filed annual return, maximum penalty can go to 2.5 lakhs. I hope this presentation has enriched your knowledge on GST. Do subscribe to my channel and connect me on LinkedIn. If you also wish to receive email updates, you can submit the same in Google Forms attached. Thank you very much. See you in next video.